October 3rd here with Mobile Mailbox Money. I'm here today with Serina Guajardo. Serina, are you enjoying yourself today?
Yeah, we're here. We're excited.
We're here on Mobile Mailbox Money. Serina is the executive sales agent for Win Mobile Homes. Maybe if you could just introduce yourself real quick for the viewers that don't know you.
My name is Serina. I've been working for Win Mobile Homes for a little over 2 years now, mainly in sales. We're always looking for new agents if anybody's interested. But just to share with all the viewers, we had our biggest month last month, most sales we've ever had, so business is definitely booming.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool to see out in the market what's developing. You know, affordable housing is one of the biggest needs nationwide. A lot of politicians are, saying that word, that big buzzword, affordable housing. It's a state of emergency right now. And there's not all that many options, especially here in the Valley. What are some of the challenges that the buyers are presented with when they come to you to buy a mobile home? What are some of the boxes and challenges that they're finding? Maybe scarcity and available options, or dingy available options for what they qualify for?
I think mainly, when you're looking at a single family home over a manufactured home, when you're looking at a price range of like $100,000 to about $150,000, there's not a lot of options that you would feel prideful living in. So
as far as residential property.
Right. So we're offering them a really nice, affordable home to live in, granite countertops, tile showers, something that I've considered, maybe moving into myself as an investment opportunity. There's still opportunity in manufactured homes, and I think a lot of people miss that.
Yeah, that's a great point. The comparisons of price point and the available quality for like a $200,000 or $250,000 purchase, or even, just shy of that, at 200, it's really scarce in quality. You're having to move to an off market, you're having to rehab the property. There may be some issues with the utilities, electrical, plumbing, all that kind of stuff, where at $100,000 to $150,000 on a mobile home, manufactured housing, you can get granite, new cabinets, new counters, paint inside and out, laminate flooring. What a polar opposite thought process that is, when historically people are like, mobile homes are dingy. It's my grandma's mobile home, paneling and things of that nature. It's a lot more modern now for individuals maybe wanting that first-time home program, and they're not liking the available options out on the market, or someone wanting to retire affordably. That's what we're capitalizing on, and it's important to see the comparisons of cost and quality across the nation, but also here in Arizona being one of the most dynamic markets here in the country, and housing scarce. Serina joined about 2 years ago. How's the ride been for the past 2 years with Win Mobile Homes?
It's been great. It takes definitely confidence within yourself to know that you'll make those commissions, but it's definitely worth it. And I'm excited for the next year to come, and hopefully we'll continue to do really well and help more and more clients get into affordable housing, something that they're proud of and not, really shying away from, and getting out of renting ideally.
Absolutely. Well, 2 years ago, Serina came on in a limited capacity, and she's blossomed, into our executive sales agent. How many sales a month are you kind of doing on a regular basis yourself?
Probably about 2 to 3, but definitely when we're in our peak season, it could easily be 4 to 5. It just kind of depends each month, but
which is a good living.
To close deals every month for sure.
That's a good living, 2-3 sales a month for somebody that's working remotely and not having to work in a cubicle, things of that nature. It is a sales program. Buying and selling, that comes with its inherent complications, and it's got to fit for the breed that you are of human. Not everyone's a salesman at the end of the day, but we are looking for sales agents in a highly upward potential environment with a big need, as well as us being one of the most prolific manufactured home dealers here in the Valley. We have like 80 homes on our website, about 20 in independent inventory that we've bought for investment to buy, rehab, and resell. But what does that mean? That means there's a lot of available products for an individual to come on board and have the available products to sell and make a commission-based fee ultimately a monthly income. When opportunities are scarce right now, people may be looking for other avenues to secure an income. What better way to do that in a highly needed environment? Housing's not going anywhere. There's a lot of build to rent right now, but not a whole lot of individuals building to sell, as well as multifamily rental rates right now are $1,850 to $2,000 a month. And meanwhile, affordable housing is one of the biggest need in the country. So that's kind of interesting to see the full dynamics of what's going on and why this is a need, and why you watching here today could facilitate being a part-time sales agent for Wynn Mobile Homes. So we're trucking away, creating homeowners, creating notes for the long-term investment strategy that provides. Serina's helped a tremendous amount of people in 55 and older, as well as all age. What are some of the common categories of individuals that are wanting to purchase these homes? What would you have to say about that?
Starter homes for sure, just because the price point is a little bit easier to digest over a $500,000 home here in the Valley.
Which is median house average purchase price right now is $450,000.
Right. So you can either look at, a really rundown home, or you can look at something that's been completely rebuilt as kind of a first-time homeowner program. Get into the home, build some equity, sell it just like a regular single-family home. We've got, those clients. You've got clients coming over from Mexico. You've got clients, that are 55 and older looking to retire, that also, are scared of these really high house prices. So, it really is a wide variety of clients that we cater to. And then you have your, 55 and older rentals that, we try to help accommodate as well. So, big variety of population that we're catering to right now.
Yeah, no, those were all great points. The 55 and older market, the family all age market. A lot of the all age market is collectively the Hispanic market. And ITIN financing is a large need here in the Valley. Well, not only is there a scarcity in financing on manufactured housing, but also for ITIN, which for those that don't know, ITIN is an individual that has an international tax identification number, which they're qualified, they work, they make an income, they just don't have a social, and they pay taxes. That's interesting to see how many individuals have come across the border, facilitated great paying jobs, whether it be they own a landscaping company, or, any one of those various jobs that they come over here and facilitate that are much needed here in the Valley. What a travesty it is that they can't find housing, with high rental rates, and a lot of the time they have maybe 3, 4, 5 people in the house. There's not all that many options. So that shows a need, right? A need for that ITIN financing, and us, cultivating that seller carry finance program. It just shows, how much evergreen business is here in the Valley. We're here touching Mexico on the Arizona border. And these problems and needs are not going away anytime soon. And as the new election and rates come down, it's important to see all of the available options for an end consumer, and ultimately make the right decision as a company, and even as like an investment strategy out in the market. What's going to facilitate a return? What's going to facilitate the need out in the market? And how viable is that long term? We've seen institutions buying mobile home parks and going into the asset class of manufactured housing. It just shows, the long-term longevity of manufactured housing. So we've grown tremendously over the past 2 years. What have you seen as far as growth within Wynn Mobile Homes? Anything in particular you'd like to point out?
More sales, more agents, definitely more resources for financing. We have our own seller finance program, but we also, work with various lenders that also lend on manufactured homes. A lot of people aren't really aware of all of those companies, so it's definitely a really good resource for all the buyers that we're working with, so we can try to find the best rates and get them the most affordable payment possible.
Yeah, so, in layman's terms, we're not always going to push someone into a seller finance program. if they can get preferable terms, and they get a more affordable monthly payment, a better rate, that's our job. We're gonna do what we can in order to facilitate a transaction that fits for the buyer. We're not gonna pigeonhole them in a seller finance. We're not gonna pigeonhole them with a third-party finance. We have those two availabilities, but depending on the credit criteria and their overall financial health and well-being, we're gonna make a transaction work. Whether that's through seller finance or a third-party bank like 21st Mortgage and Triad, but those come with their red tape as well. They have concrete requirements. What are some of the concrete requirements that 21st Mortgage and Triad require that maybe through our seller finance isn't so much concrete needed?
So, for a regular third-party finance deal, you're gonna need your 2 years of W-2s or 1099s, verifiable income. They're gonna ask for your last probably 2 or 3 pay stubs. They're gonna check your debt to income ratio. Mostly, the outside finance companies, they're gonna be a little bit harsher on debt to income ratios if you're co-signing on cars or on a mortgage for your daughter or something like that. Whereas, the seller finance, it is a little bit less. However, we're still verifying income. We will ask 2 years W-2s or 1099s or 12 months of bank statements. But in layman's terms, it is a little bit easier to qualify on those debt to income ratios.
So like self-employed, it works great on self-employed individuals who have want to qualify with bank statements through our seller finance programs. What are some other great factors that would make someone go with seller finance opposed to a third party? Maybe they didn't file taxes last year.
So, when you're self-employed, you do have options for like bank statement loans, really high interest. We can usually beat out those interest rates with our seller finance, as well as, create a more of an immediate close if you're renting and you don't really want to sign another lease, but you don't have 45 to 50 days to get closed. We can always get you closed on a seller finance program, and then we'll continue to help you try to refinance so we can get you down to that lower payment, hopefully, lower interest rate. The term may be extended a little bit to help make that payment more manageable.
So in other words, there's no prepayment penalties to our seller carry finance. So we encourage individuals on a convenience program to get into the home, get into home ownership, fix their credit, for what they pay in market rent. And then at that point, maybe in 2 years from now, they can refi, get preferable terms. And in 5 to 7 years from now, they can sell for a profit. Maybe even buy a single family residence or a condo with the equity that they've received over those years, opposed to continuing to fall into the rental trap. Right. The seller carry finance normally matches market rent. So what they pay in market rent for the available bedrooms and baths, depending on the area, that they'll be able to, opposed to renting for that 5 to 7 year program, they're building equity over that. So they may find scarcity in renting and saving those dollars for a down payment in 5 years from now. Those are all factors that come into play, and why it makes it such an advantageous move for an end consumer to make that jump sooner than later, opposed to listening to the individuals that say, oh, mobile homes are a bad investment, mobile homes depreciate. Listen, in the past 5 years, every single one of the homes I've sold have appreciated. And that's real hard facts. In 1970, homes were selling for $20,000 brand new. What are homes selling for now? 100 to 150,000. They're still the same 1970s home. They needed some rehab. But that being said, it's all highly location contingent and market contingent, depending on what area of the country you're in, what area of Arizona you're in. What areas do we operate here in the Valley?
Primarily Mesa, Apache Junction, Glendale, Peoria, Phoenix, North Phoenix, Scottsdale. We're kind of expanding out to Sun City, so we have tons of options everywhere throughout the Valley. And if you have a need of somewhere else, our agents are dedicated to really help find exactly what they're looking for.
So major metropolitan areas here in Arizona. We haven't quite ventured up north into like Flagstaff and stuff like that, Cottonwood. But mobile homes being 10% of housing here in the greater Valley area, you could get a lot of options here in the Valley and have achieved that affordable housing and affordable home ownership programs. Over the past 7 years, Win Mobile Homes has actually done 250 manufactured home flips of buying, rehabbing, reselling, and originating seller carry notes. We've done over 100 seller carry finance transactions, and I can't even count how many listings we've sold too. So, that's real money and real business being had here in Arizona. Again, one of the hottest markets in the country. We have gotten to where we are today off the back of buying and selling mobile homes, which got us to starting to seller carry finance, which created an investment strategy for individuals. And now Silvercrest Opportunity Fund is able to offer accredited investors a return out in the market off a tried and true business process. Serina, who's the other major individual that's operating in this strategy? Do you know his name?
I don't think
so. It's Warren Buffett.
It's Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett owns what? What does Warren Buffett own?
I have no idea.
You got to get the spiel. So for the people watching here today, we operate on a strategy that matches what Warren Buffett does. A lot of people follow what he does. When he goes to cash and sells stocks, there's people that follow his stock trades. Why? Because he's a savvy investor. Well, you know what he didn't sell? Is his ownership in 21st Mortgage. 21st Mortgage did 90% of the manufactured home loans last year and also owns Clayton and Cavco. Clayton and Cavco are two of the largest manufacturers of mobile homes in the nation. So hedging the market, additionally, outside residential real estate and the stock market in a physical asset and a institutional investment strategy shift to you today. If you're not going to take my word for it, I'm sitting here 30, president of Silvercrest Opportunity Fund, vice president of Win Mobile Homes. Take Warren Buffett's word for it, right? If you were to follow anyone, it's tried and true business processes. And that's what we've created out here in the Valley, following in the footsteps of institutional investment houses, hedging the market in manufactured housing. Serina, did you want to touch on anything lightly here today? Did you come with an announcement?
No announcements, but everyone's gonna wait to purchase till interest rates come down. I'm not waiting. All my buyers from last month aren't waiting. Everybody's telling you they're waiting, but there are still people out there in the market buying. And I bought a house 2 years ago and it's appreciated. When I bought it, I was scared it was going to depreciate because the market was so high. So you have to take some risks sometimes, and hopefully they'll pay off in the future. And as far as, our manufactured homes, they have appreciated. So just like single family homes, you're looking at an appreciating asset that, you can then sell, take that money, buy a single family home, or do whatever you want with it.
Absolutely. Well, that's Serina Guajardo here today. Serina, if you could just tell people where to find you, where to follow you, or where to call you if they're looking or interested.
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok. You can see all of our videos out there.
TikTok Serina. Love it.
Serina Guajardo.
Getting great traction on there. How many views are you getting on TikTok?
I've gotten one of my videos has over 100,000 views.
Bam! Let's go.
Watch it. Follow it. You can also find us on Facebook or winmobilehomes.com. Give us a call. We'd be happy to help with all of your buying or selling needs. Anything manufactured homes, we can help.
That's cool to talk about lightly just here on the last tidbit of social media. Social media has been life-changing for our company and for me personally, to go on that guerrilla marketing style. Everyone thinks you have this cookie cutter marketing strategy. There's really not. To be out there on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and be posting video-based content. That's why we started Studio Captions and Advertising, because we saw the need and the conversion ratio on posting marketing material through video content, not just posting a photo with descriptions or things like that. How much has video changed things for you personally in this business?
I think it's made it a lot easier, when someone's scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, how am I setting myself different to every other post that people are looking at? Whereas if a quick video comes on with a nice catchy, catchphrase, a little bit of music, definitely a lot more viewers, messages turned into buyers for sure.
Yeah, so follow her on TikTok. Check out the content that we have with mobile mailbox money, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Serina Guajardo on TikTok. A lot of things that we have to offer out in the market, whether you're looking to invest as a savvy investor, accredited or non. We do real estate notes as well as offer accredited strategies in Silvercrest Opportunity Fund. And if you're looking to buy a home, when's the best time to buy a home is now. Yesterday's the best time to buy a home. If you're sitting there trying to time the market and you think you're smarter than these market analysts and the fear mongering going on TV, you need to make your own decision. And to think that you're going to time the market to make the best, play to buy a mansion for $100,000, it's not going to happen. It's really not. And you're leaving yourself out of the conversation, leaving yourself out of the conversation because of bad and misinformation that you're receiving. Best time is to buy now. And that's the truth. Stop renting and start owning in a manufactured home today. We could get someone keys in like 14 days. So if your rent is coming due in the next 30 days, we can get you home ownership and keys within a 14-day program. Serina Guajardo, appreciate having you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Bam, bam, bam.